Итак, здорово, пацаны, Kingdom.com Deliverance. После того, как мы побыли с Терезой, теперь нам надо к ней прийти через несколько дней. И эти несколько дней мы, собственно, и будем заниматься одним интересным заданием. Подождите, тут вон что-то есть. Бургер, дикарь, лазутчик. Первая помощь, кстати, можно прокачать первую помощь. Первая помощь 2, есть первая помощь 1, это тоже хорошо. Лазутчик 3, первая помощь 3. Сила. Не могу прокачать. Ловкость, ничего нету. Живучесть тоже нету. Здесь, короче, ничего нету больше. Ничего я прокачать не могу. Вот, в итоге. Задание «Неисповедимые пути». Я его выделю. Нужно отправиться в Ужице и отыскать там Хромого. Вот это сейчас наше такое очень интересное задание. Ужица находится где-то там далеко, насколько я помню. Тальберг. Ну что, наверное, перемещаемся сначала в Тальберг. А тут уже недалеко и бежать до Ужицы. Вот сюда перемещаемся. А, блин, я не могу переместиться. Есть тоже не могу, жалко. О, здорово, пешек. Эй! Все, перемещаемся. Из Тальберга уже пойдем в Ужице. Что-то оно вообще так далеко находится. И это вот им, точнее этому Хромому, из Ужицы не лень было переть до Найнхофа, чтобы там, короче, лошадей поубивать. Для чего вообще они это все сделали? Пиндосы. Мы двигаемся, у нас облачка здесь на карте расходятся. Нападение на дороге? Кто там на меня нападает? Чё-то я вообще никого не вижу. Кто здесь нападает? Тут никого нету. Блин, ни хрена он вылазит. Только свистнешь, уже сразу появляется. Откуда только берется? Непонятно. Хренов Сивка Буркович. Это я в Тальберг перемещаюсь. Я до него еще не дошел. Кто там все на меня нападает постоянно? Это ты, корова? Никого нету вообще. Задолбали. Дайте пройти. Сытость у меня уже 36 стала, это надо где-то кушать. А у меня там что-то есть из еды, если оно не испортилось. Но я на лошади в Тальберг-то могу вообще прийти? Точнее, пройти. А тут есть магазины вообще? Чтобы что-нибудь сожрать у вас. Пошел ты! Факел тоже надо убрать. Что я с ним как дурак хожу утром? Стрелы, шпоры. О, кольцо. Кольцо, кстати, у меня есть, я могу одеть. И для чего оно нужно, это кольцо? Что оно мне дает? Здорово, стражник. Это мне надо вон туда, на букву А бежать. Так, давайте посмотрим. На сумма. Пища. Дешевое вино. Отвар из календула. Состояние у него 100. Сушеное мясо. Сколько у меня уже стало голод? Шлем. Коев. Цепь. Тут что-то нету. Кольчуги нету. Кольчуга на ноги тоже нету. Ну все, короче, я пожрал. А, карту еще надо посмотреть, короче. Карта. Двигаемся, короче, по дороге прямо. Поехали, лошадь моя. А это чья повозка здесь? Кто оставил? Кто посмел? Прям на дороге оставить повозку. Уже, наверное, все своровали с нее. Как обычно, через лес, через бугры. Просто бежим на пролом. Бежим на пролом. О, тихо. Ой-ой-ой. Половцы, что ли? Маяго, Мне проблемы не нужны, пацаны. У меня важное дело. Я надеюсь, они там за мной не бегут. Это Ужица называется. Узнай, где живет хромой разбойник. Ну, сейчас поспрашиваем у людей, короче. Ой, я вижу первого человека. Сейчас как я слезу с лошади. Ну чё, этих половцев вроде не видно.
Good health to you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Must be that farmhand Lubosh. I don't know what the hell you'd want him for, and I don't much care. He's got a cottage on the edge of the village, near the stream.
Спасибо. Дидан, ты меня выручил. Посетите Любоша. Туда нам надо. Здесь я смогу перелезть? Кто там орёт вообще постоянно?
Hey, who's there?
Нам надо идти к дому, который находится у ручья. Это, наверное, вот этот дом. Только здесь что-то ручья вообще не вижу. Карта. Карта памяти. А, не это. Вон вообще куда надо идти. Это вон от пугала. Пугало, чтобы птицы не кушали урожай. Ну, перегруза у меня нету, я все продал ненужное. Хотя, может, там было что-то и нужное. А вот и ручеек. Видимо, вот этот дом. Сейчас я ему скажу, слышь ты. Или слышите вы. Ух ты, что здесь за сборище вообще?
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
If that's what you call nothing to see, I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Another thing about Lubosh.
Да, жестоко его, конечно. Распотрошили просто капец. И что мне делать? Надо, короче, опять вести расследование. Капец, территория здоровая. Короче, всех подряд надо спрашивать, походу.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask away.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
He was a drunkard and a beast, and lazy too. Idle hands are the devil's tools.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
The only thing seemed suspicious was how a rogue like him suddenly started going to church. Now I see why, of course.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
What do I care about that scoundrel? I was glad he stayed out of my way.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? kin or friends?
He was always a loner. Except lately he started talking to the parish priest of all people.
That's all. Thank you.
Ну это уже что-то. А где мне найти священника только? Старший конюх. О!
Good health to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course, ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much. I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with, relatives or friends?
He was a loner, he didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Ну, работа мне пока не нужна, работа у меня есть. И где мне найти священника? Вашек.
Good day to you. What do you need?
О, он может чему-то научить даже.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest, and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with, relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all. Thank you.
I'd like you to show me how to ride a horse better.
Certainly.
А я, интересно, уже могу? 5-й уровень у меня есть?
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
А, тоже 60.
Now pay close attention.
Получу новый уровень, верховая езда. Здорово. Так, посмотрим, игрок. А, у меня в лошади вон все вещи. Я поэтому их продать не смог. Сила, ловкость так и не прибавилась, а вот сила прибавилась. Вроде бы 6 же было. Шум 74. Обаяние 2. А, вот, есть поговори со священником, миссия появилась. Надо еще кого-нибудь. Маруш. Давай с Марушем... Стой!
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday He turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
That's all. Thank you.
Спасибо, бабушка. Точнее, тетка. Побежали теперь, короче, к священнику. Подожди, это как его зовут, этого дядьку? Дайте мне пройти, пожалуйста. Йозеф. Рихтарш? Я уже вроде с ним разговаривал, да? Иди нахер. Рот свой закрой, поганый. Сейчас мы, короче, бежим к священнику. Благо у нас показано, куда идти. Это кто? Купец. Вот это, видимо, церковь, да? Или где церковь-то вообще находится? А, блин. Лагануло что-то? Ну ладно. Да, туда вообще надо идти. Здесь мы перелезем. Вот, наверное, это здание. Пожалуйста, сенсей. На какого-то шаолинского монаха он вообще похож. Отец Бугута.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think so.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Теперь надо нам ждать вечера и отправляться в корчму. А где корчма находится вообще? Короче. Купец. Давай покажем. Вот сюда. Я еду хочу купить, это у меня сытость заканчивается. Хавать я сильно хочу, сейчас у меня уже кишки сведет сильно, и я умру. Крестьянин, ты кто? Крестьянка. Тоже крестьянка. Погоди, а ты кто? Продавец? О! Дайте мне поесть! Это на... Сколько стоит? 0,7? Жареная курятина. Пу-пу-пу-пу-пу-пу-пу. Колбаса. Есть у нас что-нибудь это? Вино, пиво. Пюре, рогалик, самогон. Спасительный шнапс, кстати, есть. Фига он сколько стоит. 100. Но я 2 себе куплю, сохранения лишними не будут. Давай хлебушек купим, бабосов-то полно. Я еще потом с мертвых все снимаю да продам. И утку давай съем. Вот это я обожрусь конкретно вообще. Сколько все стоит-то? Ты заплатишь 197. Могу теперь похавать нормально. Где еда моя? Хавай, пей. Ты наелся. Я, блин, столько всего напокупал, ни хрена я не наелся, поняли? Но я, собственно говоря, в корчме. Я не могу выйти. Тут в этой игре проблемы с лестницами и с проемами дверными, в которые я не могу пролезть. Но я, собственно, в корчме, да? Там, где надо. Остается только дождаться вечера, да? Видимо, надо вот сюда. Куда-то... О, тихо, давайте помоемся. Ладно, сейчас у нас... А, ну вечер, сколько вечер? 19 вечера нормально, интересно будет? Чтобы с лысым священником поговорить. А что интересно будет, если у меня кончится энергия? Я типа умру? Никогда об этом не задумывался почему-то. Вот и вечер. Добрый вечер. Рихтарш. А чё они на стенку-то смотрят? Где вообще священник мой этот? Наверное, типа внутрь надо зайти или чё? Тут какие-то все крестьяне ходят, отвали. Почему я не могу так пройти? Я что, толстый, что ли? Что за говно? Я нормально раньше в проемы вылезал. Что за говно? Не могу в проем пролезть. Вот что такое? Спасите меня нахер! Как они так делают? Спокойно проходят. Я что, по лестницам пройти не могу? Что? Что за подстава? Давай нахер! Ну, Индра, гомосек вонючий. Дайте мне войти. Как она это сделала? Невидимый барьер. Вон он прошел, священник. Стой, гадина! Походу, священник невидимый барьер поставил, который я не могу преодолеть. Я же как-то входил только что туда. Они, наверное, тоже войти не могут. И стоят здесь поэтому. Это баг или это так? Погоди, а ты кто? Корчмарь? У вас что-то с проемом, я не могу в него войти. Как войти-то, блин? Только что же был там. Вон он ждет меня. А я случайно не на лошади? Может, если я из-за лука, может, не могу пройти? О, я дверь закрыл. О, вошел. Я нашел, как надо заходить и входить. Открываем дверь. О, крутяк.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Спасибо, что... Спасибо, что разрешили мне сесть.
What the hell?
What the hell? Иди нахер вообще отсюда.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There's a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyel? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
Here you are.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhoff stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They don't know mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth. And they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them And curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj padł dziesięć smutek, dziobnielo i rano utek, niech ich małżeński majstra, do wczera żylne staje prach. Už sejmoj svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě jich kůži. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si umí jako poslední den. Buďme se vámi, ano ráda slávy a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem. Tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak nalej mi hned a točí se svět. Enough of this! Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Wow. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Я вообще бухой, как я кого-то бить могу? Никого не вижу даже. Давай! Мочи его! Просто сейчас я его уделаю. Кто это? Иди сюда! Просто бошку сейчас ему сверну. Это что за мужик вообще? Получен новый уровень живучесть.
Looks like it's going to be a good year for the apples. I reckon we're in for a decent harvest. Be a bit more careful. I'm so sure about the vegetables.
Давай, Иисус каратист.
So, my dear, wouldn't you like to have a little ring on the bell?
Стой, давай я хотя бы эту сделаю. Факел зажгу, ни хера в темноте. А, еще все перед глазами. Да я опять пройти не могу.
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
What? Godwin, you're a buffoon.
Watch where you're going.
Да я по делам иду. Что у меня за задание вообще? Пока пройти не мог из-за этой тёчки. Что за задание? Поднимись на колокольню. А где здесь лестница, собственно говоря? О, блин, все плывет.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Капец, все плывет, это капец. Какого хрена я в каком-то поле вообще? Это он мычит вообще.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. My poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Wait, before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Ну вот и все. Короче, сейчас у нас будет важное задание, но оно начнется попозже. С вами был Терминатор. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайкосы, счастливого пути и до свидания.